time. And I'm going to do that specifically because then I can just say do now index 2. So we're going to say if aim offset, if the absolute value of aim offset, the offset that the player got, minus archery offsets index do now index 1 or index 2, excuse me. So if the offset for this instance of archery for this event is, if the absolute value of that, oh, well, okay, so actually first we'll say if aim offset equals archery offsets, because if you get it dead on, that's the case where it's perfect. So if aim offsets dot archery offsets do now index oh, wait a second. What happens if players only participate in like one of the archery things and not all of them? I guess that's fine. But it's also really weird in terms of like how I'm tracking that data. So let me think about this. All right, so the first thing I can still say, so if aim offset equals archery offsets do now index 2, then for one thing we'll want to say if PI in outcomes dictionary, then we'll say outcomes dictionary index PI dot append why is there a square brace here? Dot append 2, because this is a perfect outcome. Perfect outcomes are worth 2 points. Wait, 2 points? Yeah, two points. Okay, and then 2 bonus points. 3 points altogether. One standard point plus 2. Okay. And then so then the else case is else oh huh. I was just gonna say, like, this isn't gonna be like a multi-event where if you get a perfect bullseye, you can just skip the other two and still get a perfect score. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a little bit different. So okay, so that's not relevant yet, but that'll become relevant at some point, I guess. So outcomes, yeah, so outcomes dictionary PI equals a list. So if we're not already in the dictionary for having like outcomes and stuff, we'll start a. Oh, that's why I keep thinking I need another square brace. Is because I didn't put a square brace here. Yeah. Okay. I was like, why does it keep trying to make me add an extra square brace? Okay. Right. And so then alternately, if so then this is an else if. So if you didn't hit it dead on, but if the difference between these two values is less than or equal to, no, it's just if it's equal to 1. Because if it was less than, we would have caught it on the first one. But if it's equal to 1, because these are integers, so whatever, I'll say less than or equal to 1. It should never be less than, because if it was less than, it should have been equal. They should have been equivalent to, but whatever. Okay. So then in this case we'll say 1 and 1. Yeah, and then in the else case, it will be oops. I don't know why I tried to unindent so far. Oh wait, why did you? Oh, I'm missing this term here. Okay, because then I also need it here, and this will be 0 and 0. I guess I could have done that slightly differently, but whatever. Yeah, I should do that slightly differently. P POC, player outcome, equals 0. Yeah, and then actually that does simplify things. So get rid of that. We can just say POC, player outcome, equals 1, and then we can say player outcome equals 2, and then we can just do this for player outcome. That's actually simpler. A little bit. Okay. And so, because if they didn't get either of these conditions, then that means that they're, right, that was the else case, which is 0. So there we go. Right, and so then the other thing that we do here is we need to keep track of not just like overall, but for this particular round. So we also want to say archery outcomes. Yeah. So we want to say archery outcomes. So yeah, we'll say so archery outcomes equals a dictionary, and then we'll say for I in range 3. I'm just gonna, for I in range 3, archery outcomes index I equals 0, and then right. So then down here we'll say archery outcomes index POC plus equals 1. And we can do plus equals now because we know that we already put it in the dictionary. We already put an entry in the dictionary for it. So then once we're done processing all the players' businesses and stuff, we can say for I in range 3. So we can say like AO list, archery outcomes list, equals an empty list. We can say for AO in range 3, AO list dot append archery outcomes. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, yeah, no, actually, actually, we'll say we'll append archery outcomes as a float. Archery outcomes index I as a float divided by the length of. Oh no, never mind. We can't do this yet. Nope, I lied. We'll append archery outcomes index archery outcomes index I. Right. So then we'll have the list 0, 1, and 2 of like how many players got each outcome. And then so then we'll say AO total equals AO index AO list index 1 or index 0 plus AO index AO. Actually, wait, no, hold on. We can just say AO total total equals 0 here, and then we can just say AO total plus equals archery outcomes index I, or AO list index I, either way. And yeah, because then we'll say like AO percent equals, or so. right, so then we'll say for I in range 3. All right. Archery outcome percents equals an empty list, not inside here, right here, and then for oh, am I missing a closed parentheses too? Yikes! Look at all these things. I'm like, yeah. I'm like realizing the things that I'm missing when the browser like indicates that I should be when it like makes me make too many of the characters. It's like, you need a closed parenthesis. It's this very, very subtle passive aggressive way of being like, are you going to close that parenthesis you opened like a year ago? Alright. So now for iron range 3, we're going to say that AO percents dot append the float value of AO lists index I divided by AO total. So this is going to give us, oh yeah, but not just that. It's going to be the float value of, actually no, you know what? We don't have to turn it into a float because we can just say AO list times 100. Because what we want is the percentage, right? We're going to show this as like, you know, like 80%, like 21%, like, well, except not exceeding 100. And what we want to do is we want to get the, yeah, so I was going to divide it and then multiply it by 100, but like, no, like we can just keep it as integers, multiply it by 100 first, make it big, then shrink it down, and it'll like automatically round, because that's how like integer division works. So AO percents, yeah, and then so now we just have to message the graphics thread. So graphics messages dot put event status to what usually goes into event status? Oops, event status to what are these event status messages usually? Screen string. Oh, screen string. Yeah, we don't really need any texts. Is there anything? No, I don't think we want to show anything on screen necessarily for this. So screen string can just be blank. New characters can be blank, and then but we do need to send through this. So screen. So yeah. So just two blank strings. Actually, I guess this one's a blank list technically, but whatever. And then right. So cur.ev dot supertype. Because we'll indicate that this is archery, so that the graphics thread understands the context for AO percents, which is the only other data point that we have to send through. Because the rest of the data that we need, we already pre-calculated, and so, you know, we're going to do a whole another round of shooting after this, but we already have the data because it got sent through previously. So yeah, so all the graphics thread needs at that time is that data that we calculated. And now we're set up so that I mean, we still have to do player take action, and we still need to oh yeah, that's the other thing, is we need to schedule the so right, so if what is it, do now index 2, if do now index 2 is less than 2, so if it's 0 or 1, then we'll say then we schedule in a new then we schedule another one of these. So we say archery data process. Oh, you know what? I appended this and I never sorted the schedule. right, I have to sort the schedule. After you append in a thing, you have to sort the schedule in order to make sure that it shows up with the correct timing. So that's important. And then, right, so if the case that do now index 2 is less than 2, then we schedule in another one, but the index here is going to be do now index 2 plus 1. So if it was 0, we'll send through as 1. If it was 1, we'll send it through as 2. And we'll sort the schedule. But then the else case is the case where we I'm not going to do it right now, but we'll conclude the event, award, experience, etc. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So sorry. Are there gonna be like are there gonna be like different outcomes for like these archery events? Like, I mean, we could do it kind of like what? We could do it like balance type events or even type events, where like there's a good outcome and then there are like other less good outcomes. So there's like something that happens if everything goes great, and there are other things that are like less exciting that happen if things like don't go quite as well. Oh hey, iColdstone, how's it going? Welcome. Sorry, I wasn't paying close attention to chat. Yeah, for like the prescripted events, I mean, I am standing. Yeah, I'm kind of like bouncing around too. You might notice. Actually, sometimes I have like a little device that I keep at my desk. It's like I can actually like climb stairs while I'm like standing at my desk, which is kind of cool too. I'm very fidgety, so I need to be able to like just like any given time. All right, so let's right, so this is like good and stuff, and then let's I think I'm gonna call it for now. There's still plenty more to do. We don't have archery fully working, but we're on our way. We have it in good stead so far. And at this point, it's basically just like putting the pieces together and then cleaning it up. So I don't know if I'm going to finish it tomorrow, but it's actually entirely likely that no, I'm probably not going to finish the art tomorrow, because the art is going to be like a new challenge, and I'm not an expert artist, so I'll have to crack open that puzzle. Maybe, I mean, I'll start on it, right? Probably, but I probably won't finish it immediately. So stay tuned. The last thing I'm gonna do before I depart for the evening, I'm gonna see if there are other cool streamers online. We can go be friends at their faces. There's always good streamers online. Let's be honest, right? Like a year ago. I wasn't even really paying attention to dev streaming a year ago, but like half a year ago, like it was so hard to find good dev streaming, like at any given time. Like maybe there were people online, but like it's entirely likely like nope, you're just out of luck. Like no one interesting happening right now. Or like maybe there was like someone online, but like the project they were working on had like nothing to do with like anything you're interested in. We're kind of in like I don't know. I'm thrilled that like right now we can log on at like literally any time, and you can find a game dev streamer who's like doing something worth noticing. So, yeah. I guess while I'm just trying to track down another cool streamer, I mean, like I'm basically just like picking like which one would I like to kick it over to? Oh wait, I think I found one. While I find that other stream, I'll say thank you to everyone who tuned in. I'm really excited about getting this new system working. I think it's going to be really cool once we can get up and running. So I hope I hope to see you all again in the near future while we finish up the archery and like get it all working. And until next time, have a wonderful whatever time of day it is where you are. And bye, guys. Bye. 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 Stupid face noises. Okay. And then it's type in. I still don't know why I do the stupid face noises, but I'm typing in /host Psydra Games and Blammo. And if you're still seeing this part, it's because the hosting command didn't work on your platform. Go check out Psydra Games. They're streaming and they're cool too. Bye.